This is ExtraNullByte and I'll be installing Menuhax, boot manager and FBI installer. Let's get started. This is a continuation of my other video where I installed Menuhax. I'll leave a link to that video in the description if you would like to start from scratch. Anyway, let's discuss what Menuhax can do for us. Normally we would have to follow this path before booting into Menuhax. Booting a device, waiting for it to fully load, enter a browser, wait for it to load, go to browserhax website, wait for it to load, and hopefully we would enter Homebrew launcher if the device doesn't freeze. If it does, we would have to do this all over again. Not to mention that internet is required to do this. Now, Menuhax will allow us to boot into Menuhax without the use of a browser. Combine that with the boot manager and we can choose what we want to boot into. We could boot into Luma 3DS or into Homebrew launcher. And last but not least, the FBI installer will allow us to install CIA files such as apps and games to use with our Menuhax. Start by taking the SD card out of the 3DS and connect it to the computer. All the required files will be downloadable in the description below this video. See you at my desktop. You should have this file downloaded. You can find the link in the description section. Extract the contents of the zipped folder. Inside you will see that there are two folders, Step 1 and Step 2. Click on the Step 1 and copy all the files from this folder and paste it on the root of your SD card. Override any file conflicts that might pop up. That's it. Back to the 3DS. Put the SD card back into the 3DS. It is required that you use a theme at least once on the device. I have already used a red theme on this 3DS. If you haven't used a theme ever, go ahead and change the theme to any color if your 3DS supports themes. After you have the theme changed, go to the browser and go to browserhax.dehou.se. Once loaded, the screens will start flashing different colors. Reboot the device if it freezes. Once you get to this screen, you'll notice that there are two options available, Luma 3DS and the Homebrew launcher. This is the boot manager that I was talking about before. Choose Homebrew launcher and press A to enter the Homebrew launcher. Once in the Homebrew launcher, scroll down to Menuhax Manager 2.0 and press A. You will see a bunch of text shown here, but what you're really interested in is the very first choice, install. Press A to install Menuhax. Let that run until it says success. If it doesn't work, check your internet connection and try again. Press A to continue. Then press B and after press start to exit the Menuhax manager. In the boot manager, go to More and select Reboot. At this point you can hold the left shoulder button and press A to reboot the console. You should see that the device is getting them random color screens just like using a browser. If it freezes at any point, hold the power button down for a few seconds and reboot while holding the shoulder button. This will take you back to the boot manager. And now you can enter Menuhax to make sure everything works as it should by choosing Luma 3DS and pressing A. Again, if you get a freeze like I got here, just reboot and hold the shoulder button while powering on the device and enter Luma 3DS again. Here we go, we are back into Menuhax. I'll go to settings just to see that everything is in order, and before clicking close, hold the left shoulder button to boot back into the menu manager. If the device freezes like this, just hold the power button and reboot while holding the left shoulder button. Once inside the boot manager, choose Homebrew Launcher and scroll down until you get to Decrypt 9 WIP. We'll use this app to install the FBI installer in our Menuhax. Use the arrow keys and select Menuhax options. Press A and scroll down to Miscellaneous. In that menu, choose the very first option, which is Health and Safety Dump. Press the arrows until you get to HS App. With HS App selected, press A to create a dump of Health and Safety app. Let that finish, and once it's done, press B to return to the main menu. Now in the main menu, press select to unmount the SD card. Once you have that done, it's safe to take out the SD card out of the console and plug it back into the computer. Open your SD card and also open step 2 in the downloaded folder. Locate the hs.app on the root of your SD card and copy it to the step 2 folder. Once you have the hs.app copied to the root of your step 2 folder, double click on the go.bat if you're using Windows or go.sh if you're using a Mac. This will create 2 new files for you. FBI inject no banner and FBI inject with banner. Take the FBI inject with banner and copy it to the root of your SD card. If you have any problems with this step, leave a comment with an error you get and I'll point you in the right direction, as in some very rare cases, the version of Health and Safety app doesn't match the version of your device. Let's go back to the 3DS. Put the SD card back into the console and press B to get back to the main menu. This time choose the second option from the top, which is Health and Safety Inject. Input the command shown on the screen, left, right, down, up, A. This will take you to a new screen. Here it will ask you to select the file you want to inject. Press the down arrow until you see FBI inject with banner.app and press A. Once it's done flashing the file, hold the left shoulder button and press start to restart the device. If the console freezes, you know what to do. When you get to the boot manager, choose Luma 3DS to enter Menuhax. Now in Menuhax, if you go to Health and Safety app, you should see the FBI banner on top of the screen. If you didn't get this, just double check that you flashed the right .app file. Now you can use this to install apps and games that are in .cia extension. I got no CIA files in the CIA folder, but you can download and put them on the SD card yourself and install them using this app. Exit the app by pressing start. There is one more thing left to do, and that is to go back to SysNAND. I'll go to settings and enter SysNAND from here by pressing close, but you can also reboot the 3DS, whichever is faster. Don't hold the left shoulder button and it should boot into the system. As you can see, the beautiful red theme is missing. Don't use the theme button to set a new theme, as this will override the Menuhax. Instead, go to settings and hold the left shoulder button and click on close. This will boot into the boot manager. If it freezes, reboot and try again. Choose the homebrew launcher and scroll down to Menuhax manager. And choose the very last option that says set up a built-in home menu basic color theme. Press A and then choose what color you want your system to be. I will go with the red since it's the color I started with. Press A and press A again to continue. At this point, press B and then press start to exit menu manager. Boot into Luma 3ds to make sure everything is in order and nothing got screwed up. FBI installer works just fine. Let's check syslin by going to settings and closing. It should be changed to a red theme. Health and safety apps should be on a default app. If everything is in order, then congratulations, you have installed everything successfully. Now go out there and download some apps and games. Just remember to be a good pirate. Thank you for watching, and if this video has helped, please leave a like, and if you want to subscribe for more content like this, then hit that subscribe button. This has been ExtraNullByte. Cheers.